to start. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. How are we doing? Everybody doing good? Yes? Thumbs up if we're doing good? Fantastic. Guys, we're gonna have right into this. This is the first webinar of the year, and I am beyond excited. But before we do, we're gonna do what we always do. Two things. I want to know where you are, what you dance, if you dance. If you don't dance, I want to know your number one hobby in life and where you are in the world. My name is Sebastian. Most people call me Coach Sebastian. I do body isolation and popping. My camera is lagging. Thank you for that, David.
No worries. Welcome.
And my I'm in Barcelona. I have no home. I am the definition of nomad. I am homeless, literally. So that's me. I don't want to brag, you know? Tuning in, Raluca, what's happening, champ lady? Let's run this quick so we have a lot to talk about today.
Hi, I'm Raluca. I'm currently in Romania and I dance kizomba and a bit of bachata.
Nice. Welcome to the team, champ lady. Give her a look around of applause, everybody. Sarah, you up next, champ. What are we doing?
So Sarah, I am in Sweden and I dance bachata.
Beautiful. Give Sarah a round of applause. What are we doing? What are we doing? Debbie, what's up?
Hey, Debbie here in Vancouver, Canada. I dance Afro-Cuban, Cuban cabaret, a little salsa, a little bachata, a little son, a little whatever.
A little thing of everything. Guys, I actually forgot to say that we was going to drop a win, so we start with some positivity. But Debbie, what's your win? And Raluki and Sarah, please write your wins in the chat. What's your win for the week, Debbie?
My win. I'm back after, I don't know, 3-4 weeks away.
How is that a win when you've been in paradise?
Uninjured, ready to go.
That's good, though. That's good. Give Debbie a round of
That's my
applause.
win.
Debbie's out here living the good life as she deserves. MJ, what are we doing? Name, place.
Yeah, very good, Coach. I'm in Poland, based here, born and raised. I dance bachata, hustle, and popping as well. As you know, Coach, I send you from time to time my videos.
Proud of you.
Better or worse. One win from this week. I think that I reached the new flexibility level and I'm almost able to reach my toes while doing the exercises. So from that much to this much in a month. So
let's go. Give him a round of applause. God damn it, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Esther, what do we got?
Hi, I'm Esther from Lagos, Nigeria. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, we're perfect.
Okay. I dance salsa, bachata, kizomba. I cannot do Afro, unfortunately. Someone should take my Nigerian card away because but my win my win for the week is let's see. I think I am making better decisions this week, which I like. I deal with a lot of anxiety, and this week I have been anxious about a lot of things, but I've also found a way to walk through it, and I can actually feel the difference in the way I handle things now versus like a few months ago.
Come on, Esther, talk to us. Give us a round of applause. Give us a round of applause out here overcoming the obstacles of life and accomplishing the impossible. That is beautiful. Roshni, what do we got?
I'm Roshni from Holland, and this is Ruben. I dance salsa, bachata, and kizomba, and belly dance. And my win for this week is, that's kind of personal, but my win is that I didn't have contact with my mom for about a year. And this morning I had a conversation with her, a very good conversation. So I'm very happy for that conversation.
That's beautiful. Give family a round of applause. End of the day, it's how we start and it's how we how we end things. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That made me so happy to hear. I have a very similar situation with some of the family members in my life, so get some hope. Melinda, what do we got?
Okay,
Here we
I'm
go.
off mute.
Yeah,
Okay.
we hear you.
So I'm Melinda. I'm in Tampa, Florida. I dance bachata, salsa, and kizomba. And my win for the week is I can now when I do the cross-legged stretch, I can actually lift my leg up on my thigh. Couldn't do that before. 2 weeks ago, couldn't. I was complaining to Sebastian I couldn't do that, and now I can do that.
Give her a round of applause. God damn it. That's beautiful. Making progress. That's what we go. That's awesome. I love to be able to hear things. It's like, I couldn't do this. Now I can do that. Even if it's like a mental thing. I had these mental obstacles that I was dealing with. In the past, I couldn't deal with them. Now I can. I couldn't touch my toes. Now I can. Or I couldn't cross my legs, and now I can. Super, super, super. So inspiring. Thank you for sharing. Erlinda, what do we got?
Hi, I'm Erlinda from San Francisco Bay Area, and I am not a dancer, but I in my Instagram feed a nearby dance studio popped up, so maybe
you
I
never
will be
know.
a dancer. The hobbies I have are reading, writing, watching movies, and the win for the week is had the weekend was pretty full with family activities, and that was really great, seeing people
Nice.
I hadn't seen in a long time. I was able to get through. This was the first week of school. I'm a teacher, and it went pretty well. And I did not procrastinate on preparation and grading. And so this week is done, and I'm ready for next week. So
Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. And somebody pay these teachers more. We keep saying it, but hopefully somebody in the ether will hear us and take action on that.
yes.
Shout out to you, Erlinda. You're awesome. Gainor, what do we got? Miss Book.
Hi everyone. So I'm Gaynor from
Gainor as a
South
guy.
Africa, Cape Town. And so my win for last week was that I did all my favorite things in 1 week. So I did my workouts every morning. Friday evening, I went out social dancing. And then Saturday morning early, I went out on a hike. I was quite exhausted, but I didn't allow the tiredness to get in the better of me.
Yeah.
So that was the last week. But now this week, I had a bit of a dip again because I did some traveling for work, and there goes my workouts. There goes my yeah. So my win kind of turned into a loss again. So yeah. But
Don't worry about it.
it
Don't
was
worry
a
about
win
it,
for a
Chamberlain. It's
short
great. It's
while.
great that we're having this conversation. I'm gonna go in and modify your workout. Give her a round of applause. God damn it. You can't win all weeks. You can't win. You can't be spoiled. You know what I mean? You can't keep winning all the time. And we're just gonna adapt your workouts so you can do them. And guys, sometimes it is literally impossible to complete a full workout. Right? All of us who's been out here traveling, all of us here that are working, we know how it is. You wake up. I woke up late. I had 30 minutes to do my work. I had 30 minutes to get to the bus. I went to the bus, and then something happened. Like something is happening with my camera right now, and I'm moving to this camera. And I'm done with trying to fight with that camera. And it just is what it is. It literally is what it is. But then we want to find out what is the minimum viable win. I think we spoke about this previously, but what is the minimum viable win? Like what is the minimum amount I need to do in order for me to win the day? For me, it might be 100 push-ups. For some, it might be 5 sit-ups. For some, it might be 2 minutes of breathing exercises or just silence before you go to bed, and that just counts the day as a win. Whatever is your minimum viable win, just be aware of that. So me and David, we have just committed to doing 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups or 100 squats every day. That does not mean that I do 100 push-ups or 100 squats every day. But that is like the minimum that I want to do each day. For example, let me explain what I'm talking about. Before that, it's not that I'm ignoring Shams. I just know that Shams is traveling and she's driving, and we love her, so we want her to stay on the road. And so keep both on your hands and feet on the pedals, and stay just hearing. We know that you hear us, Shams. Shout out to you. Where was I? Let me just try this camera one last time. I think it looks so much cooler from the other side. Bam, bam, come on. Yes! Minimum viable win, 100 push-ups. So we are currently in Barcelona. The main reason why we are in Barcelona is because we have a lot of people that we love over here. So, and the second reason that we are in Barcelona is that we are recording with one of the world's biggest online dance schools for Afro-Latin dance that's called V Dance Club. So we're recording a bunch of new training videos for V Dance Club. With that being said, we've been here for like 5 days. We've been having 5 days of recording. I think we counted, we are up on like 27 videos or something like that. That's workout videos. That's a lot. Like, I am really, 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 really tired in my body. So of course I am not going to do 100 push-ups when I need to do 10,000 push-ups for the next 3 following days, because it makes no sense. And sometimes you actually need to rest your entire body. Like today, I'm not going to do 100 push-ups today, and I'm not going to do 100 squats today. I did 5 minutes of stretching in the morning, and that's it. Probably not going to do more than that. But it was really good 5 minutes. And I did my cars, and that's it. That's like a minimum viable win for me. Morning movement. So if I keep hammering on morning movement, I know I'm going to reach my goal. My goal is to dance until the day before I die. So if I just keep doing my morning movement, I'm going to keep having strong joints, and I'm going to get to where I want to get. Now, the days that I actually do train, or the days I might be out traveling, but I want to get a workout in, but those really, really tight days, then those are the days I bust out 100 push-ups. Did that make sense? So I have that backup workout in my mind. But I know I'm going to do a gazillion push-ups the next couple of days, so I'm not going to do it, because at some point you also need to recharge. You also need to rest. Is that minimum viable win? What is that for you? So if we have the minimum viable win, but then you also got to have a maximum viable, like what's your minimum viable? And then like, what's your maximum viable win? Because we're in 2025 right now. We're a completely new year. We gotta get rid of these emojis. They are so disturbing. Like these reaction stuff. Like how do we get rid of those? Somebody please. And there are some really, really smart computer people here. How do I get rid of that?
It's impossible. It's impossible.
No. Look at this. This is so goofy. And it messes up my camera. That is so goofy. Anyway, we have minimum viable win on one hand. We have maximum viable win on one hand, because it's 2025. At what point are we going to live the life that we said that we are going to live? At what point are we going to rise to the occasion, level up our standards, and become the person that we truly want to become, the person we truly know that we are capable of becoming? It's this year. It's now. Because I know the majority of us, if not all of us, had that little voice inside of you thinking, it's like, yeah, this year is different. This year is different. And then 12 o'clock came, and it was New Year, and we all felt, Jesus Christ, and we all felt that magic. And David, please help me. Somebody help me. Somebody do something.
Just ignore it, because I'm recording with the camera anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So then I can just talk in this camera.
Yeah, if you want.
Bam. To do this then. So, but you had that voice, and it's not the first time you had that voice. It's not the first time you heard a voice of like, I am meant for more. I can do better. I deserve better. I am so much more than just this shell of myself that I am living up to right now. And even if you're out here like maximizing, a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of good work, but you're still like just a fraction of what you know that you could become. And then when are you going to do that? When are you going to become that person? It's now. It's a now thing. Where all of us are out here competing in one way or another. Let's go. Like, don't wait. Don't hesitate for it. And how do we get there? How do we get there? How do we accomplish the impossible, right? I had a whole TEDx talk talking about what does it mean to accomplish the impossible? And for some of you, it might be not pressing the snooze button. I know for a period of my life, accomplishing the impossible was having a full day without having a panic anxiety attack. I know for a moment's time, accomplishing the impossible for some means dancing when you literally are born without legs. For someone, it means becoming a professional fighter when you are born with one arm. And I just want to highlight, when I say professional fighter, I do not mean professional disabled fighter. This is one of the world's best fighters right here. He's fighting one of the highest league in the world against people that have 2 full arms. And for some, accomplishing the impossible means becoming an international supermodel when you have a skin disease. And for some, it might just means looking in the mirror. For some, it means attending a dance class. And for some, it might mean whatever it means. Whatever the fuck it means. Whatever you are on your journey. For some, it means you get my point here. You get my point here. But when are you going to do that? If not now. Because I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting for myself. I'm done waiting for me to hold myself back. And I record a podcast today. To record a podcast. One of my main goals this year and the reason I bought a new computer is to be able to express myself even more. I have so much to talk about. I have 16 years of professional experience in this. I've trained the world's best dancers. Nobody else in the world have done what I've done when it comes to Afro-Latin dance, and I say it respectfully, but I want to talk more. And then we started talking about just controversies inside of the dance community. And we spoke about one of my things that is, I find it so bothering is just the amount of predators that are inside of the dance community. I'm referring to men right now. The amount of abuse that we're experiencing in the dance community is just shocking. But what is even more shocking is how we as a community just completely lack accountability and just keep booking these people. Keep going up to social dance. This is so sad. So I had a whole rant about that. And then I said, I'm going to post it. But then I had a voice inside of me that I heard that I'm completely ignoring. They're just saying like, no, you shouldn't post it. They might not book you. But if you do that, like then you gotta like maybe somebody start talking about you. They're like, but what? It's like, what are they gonna say? He's good looking and have muscles. What they gonna say? He's also nice. He's also friendly. Has a great sense of humor. He's also humble. But like, at what point are you going to do the things you want to do? Like, you know what I mean? And it's me, I'm talking to myself. Like, I really, 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 really enjoy podcasting. But what? Like, I'm like, I can't even put that out. It's not like super controversy. It's like, yeah, I think we shouldn't hire people I don't think we should hire people that are predators or been, convicted of rape. I don't think we should just like hire them to dance festivals. Is that so controversial? It's like, well, I mean, call Call me a walking controversy in that case, because I stand on that. You know what I mean? So, but it's still that voice. That voice are holding you back. And it's the same voice that are holding you back from having like so many benefits in life. So many benefits in life. Because it comes to a point where it's just like, okay, but if you know your minimum viable win, because I hope the majority of us have like thought about that. It's like, okay, but if I at least do 5 minutes of this, that means that I won the day. But the majority of you don't know what it means to have like an incredible day. What's a perfect day for you? What's a perfect day? Like, what does that even mean? Me and David, we had an awesome day. And we do stand up. Me and David have been best friends for 22 years. 23 years even. Jordan. And a couple of weeks ago, we do one of our stand-up meetings, and it's like, you know what? Like, yesterday was a 10. Like 10 out of 10. Why? Onboarded a new student, met a girl that I really like, spoke with my family, trained, went to the beach, had good food, had a good night to sleep, smoked a cigar, hanged with my best friend, and I live in Cape Verde Islands. They're like, what more do you want? It's like, yeah, but you know, I could have more zeros on my bank account. Yeah, I know. So what? And then when you have more zeros on your bank account, then you're gonna say, what? Yeah, but I could also have this. Yeah, I know. And then what? Yeah, but I could also have this. I get it. And then what? At what point is like, no, that was a 10. That was a 10. And it doesn't mean that, like, guys, like I work a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I train a lot. I have big ambitions. But at some point we can still have incredibly high ambitions. But like, no, that day was a 10. Because a 10 manifests itself in many different ways. So such a beautiful woman in Cape Verde, a friend of mine, like a good friend of mine. She's a 10. That woman is a 10. Friendly, super good looking, nice in every way, shape, and form. Like, always smiling. Like, but yeah, but she could have more of this, or he could be more of that, or that could also, like, yeah, but I don't like this. Yes, but I don't. But that's a 10. Like, what do you like? She's perfect the way she is, and he's perfect the way he is. These people exist. This mindset of finding out what it means for you to have an, quote, perfect day. What's up, Jasmine? Hope you're doing good. We saw you.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I only got in now because
Don't be
my
sorry.
phone is crazy.
Don't be sorry. You're here with us. That's the most important. Just hang
Okay.
in there. Jump right in.
Okay.
Um, so Jasmine, what we're talking about is that we're talking about, okay, but what does it mean to have an incredible day? What does it mean to have a quote 10 out of 10 day for you? Because if you start to say this, so it's like if you actually start to map out, okay, but what would a perfect day look for me? I wake up, I have good food with my family, I train, I do this thing, I do that thing, I do this thing. But at least when you start to map that thing out, you start to opening up the neural pathways of like, okay, but this exists. I can't have that. And it's the same thing when people talk, a lot of people say this in interviews. It's like, nobody's perfect. Talk. It's like, yeah, but like, oh, you're so perfect. It's like, no, nobody's perfect. I don't agree. I'm going to be honest. I don't agree. I think Sebastian is perfect for me. I am perfect right now the way I should be right now. Does not mean that I don't have a lot of things that I can work on. But right now, considering to where I've been, the guy that I was just 10, 12 years ago, suicidal thoughts, depressed, anxious, couldn't eat a sandwich for his life before throwing up, thinking about jumping in front of the train. It's like, That guy compared to this guy, no. This guy is perfect. Yeah. I feel perfect the way I am. Does not mean that there's room for to improve. But we can't sit here and be like spiritual on Tuesdays and say, "Oh, you're perfect the way you are," but this is it, guys. This is it. So you have to find a way to understand what is your minimum viable win, what is your maximum viable win, and how do you keep pushing that? Because again, what are we talking about? We are talking about when are you going to demand from yourself excellence from yourself? When are you going to demand the best of yourself? Because every year we run the same show. Every year we run the same show. Oh, this is my year. Oh, no, but new year, new me. Do it. This is the year. This is the year. You have to make a commitment. So how do we do this? How do we make sure that we demand the highest of standards towards ourselves? And to close the circle about what I said about the dance community, I have a good friend that has been abused by one of her ex-dance partners. And everybody knows this. Me, I boycott the guy. Me, I don't talk to him. Many years. I'm standing talking to my friend at the festival I was at. The guy walks into the room, hugs everybody in the room, hugs my friend. She hugs him. They kiss each other on the cheek. And then he walks away. How am I going to treat you with utmost amount of respect when you can't even do that to yourself? How are you demanding so little of yourself that just a few years later, the abuse that you went through is no longer valid? That is how little you are demanding from yourself. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not what I said. Not saying that's easy at all. Only I have no idea how that is. But what I do know is that at some point, all of us have to start demanding more from ourselves if we want a different outcome. Is this making sense, Amelia? Give me some thumbs up if this is making sense. Yeah. Anybody have anything to tag along on this, or I'm going to keep pushing this forward? Everybody good? No comments? Gotta take some water. I got hot there for a minute. Guys, we have to start demanding more from ourselves. It's like some of us are looking like me, Sebastian. I'm going to talk about myself for a while. Like, wait, Shams is trying to come in. No, it wasn't Shams, it was someone else. Bam. What's your goal? Why are you here? What do you want? Drop in body fat, boost your confidence, fix negative self-talk, get stronger, get healthier, stay away from injuries, love yourself more, become a better dancer, become whatever the case may be, whatever goal you have, right? That's what you're saying that you want. And then you look at your actions for the last couple of weeks. And then you truly ask yourself, you look yourself in the mirror. This is why all of you guys are going through drop the towel challenge. All of you are going through drop the towel challenge. If you haven't done there, you're going to get there. And then you ask yourself a serious question. It's like, do I deserve that? Do I deserve X? I want to be healthy, but yet I smoke, I drink a truckload of alcohol, I don't sleep, I don't do anything of that. Do I deserve to be healthy? No. No, done. Absolutely not. You don't deserve it because there's a price to pay and you're not paying it. I want to have one of the world's biggest podcasts. Do I deserve that? I don't. Why? I do like one episode a week. On a good week. Of course I don't deserve that. What are you talking about? Of course I don't. Yeah, but you're so good on the mic. Yeah, I have so much potential. Yeah, I have potential. You're wasting your potential by not putting enough pressure on yourself or lifting your own standards. And remember that this is a concept that I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you should compare your goals to mine. I'm not saying that your goals are lower than mine. We started this webinar by applauding something so quote small as being able to move your thoughts, right? We are celebrating all the wins here, whether that is that you can't cross your legs. A couple of weeks ago I couldn't, now I can. Like on the grand scheme of life, that's a pretty small win. That's a pretty small step right there. But it's still a step. It's still a step in the right direction. So if you keep ignoring all of these steps, you might be here right now and it's your first webinar. But if this is just a random Thursday that just flies over your head, then that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Oh, I couldn't do the webinar. You here? I had a shit day. You came to a webinar that is about personal development. That's a step in the right direction. So it all depends on how you frame it. It all depends on how you frame it. It all comes down to the perspective of the lens that you are perceiving life. So if you're existing in a world where you can't have an incredible day, trust me, you will never have an incredible day. If you can't enjoy a small cup of coffee and feel happy about that, I promise you, you are not going to be able to feel happy on a yacht neither. You're not going to be able to feel the way you want to feel, ever. Because you cannot enjoy the small things in life. So the day when you have reached, Jesus, that's a hard word. That's a really tough word. The moment you have got to the place that you want to get to, it's not going to be enough. And it's not about being enough. Guys, like on my flight back from Madonna, I was sitting planning, okay, what's my next move? What am I going to do now? I just took a flight to America, lived at Madonna's home, the one and only, the pop icon. It's like Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna. Like, that's it. It's like you can't get higher than her. It's like I'm on the plane, like I'm not celebrating. I'm just like I'm already like planning my next move. It's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna contact radio. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But it doesn't mean that I don't tell you to stop pushing, but I tell you that you have to celebrate your wins. You have to acknowledge the wins. And just me talking about Madonna right now is me acknowledging the win. You know? You have to constantly try to navigate around that. Because at what point are you going to demand that of yourself? You don't get what you want. You get what you have to have. Is that correct English? Have to have? Yeah, good. You don't get what you want. Trust me. You don't get that. Because I would have wings in that case. But you get what you got to have. What you have to have. I have to have this. I remember clearly celebrating my birthday at McDonald's. Clearly. I remember working at McDonald's behind the counter. Friends coming in, boom, the whole McDonald's starts to sing happy birthday. And my manager told me, you go out and say thank you and then come back. You take 30 seconds. And trust me, he meant 30 seconds. And I remember so being in that space and I'm like, I have to find a way out of this shit. So wherever you are right now, there is, and it's the same thing when it comes to, let me sort out my thoughts here for a second. Wherever you are right now, there is something that you're doing that is making sure that you are accepting the reality that you live in that you don't want to accept. There is some part of you that are indulging in escapism, in whatever small way it is. No? I don't make enough money, but I get a lot of girls. I don't get asked for this thing, but I do this instead. I don't fill out X, but Y is justifying my behavior. Take a moment to think about that. Take a moment to think, it's like, what is the thing that you're doing to, and I'm going to come with some more examples. Ladies, I have a question. Is this a thing or is it not a thing? As soon as your friend, or maybe you, or somebody you know, breaks up with their boyfriend, does women have a tendency to upload a little bit more skin on social media? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing. Yeah, no. See, no, perhaps, no, maybe, perhaps. My point is that it's escapism. I don't get acknowledgement here anymore. So now I'm going to turn to social media to do this. Guys, when I do say women, I'm really talking about myself. Don't worry about it. 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 Yes, I am guilty. Don't worry about it. I'm going to upload a shirtless photo tomorrow. That's not mean that I'm going through some shit. It just means that I'm going through some shit. All right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What is the one thing that you do to justify or to fill up that void that's inside of you? I'm not getting X, but I know that I am doing Y in order to escape that reality. Because once you understand that, it's very easy. Very, very easy. For example, I'm not reaching my financial goals because I want to have $1 million months. I want to have $1 million months. Like, what are we talking about? Do you think I'm working 16 hours per day because it's fun? I like it. It's better than McDonald's. It's better than McDonald's. But when I worked at McDonald's, I had to have it. There was no other way. I have to start my own business. This is what I got to do. I have to become a professional dancer. Yes or yes. But now making okay money. Considering where I live right now, fucking crushing it. It's very easy. Yeah, but I'm not making my financial goals. I'm not having $1 million months. Yeah, but like, let me just slide down to the beach. I have this. I have the beach. I live in paradise. I live in paradise. Yeah, but penthouse in Dubai? Nah, I don't want that. Why? I live in paradise. Why? This cup of coffee. No, you're glamorizing it. romanticizing it, which on one hand is amazing because I'm so grateful for where I live. I'm so grateful that the life I'm so grateful over the life that I have created for myself and the current circumstances that I'm living under. So grateful. But on the other hand, I'm fucking furious that I'm not making $1 million a month. And that is the only way that I'm going to make it. Because like Sigmund Freud once beautifully said, man is either running towards pleasure or running away from fear. But pleasure is a motherfucker. Let's be brutally honest here for a second, familia. Let's type into the chat. I'm not gonna read out any names. But I've been confessing. I feel I've been preaching today. I feel relieved almost. How do you escape? How do you escape? Put your escapism in the chat. And we're gonna read it out loud without any names. But before we do that, let me just take a photo. Quick photo. 3, 2, 1, smile. How do we escape? Put it in the chat. Take your time. Don't worry about it. Listen to which song. Listen to this song. Shoe shopping. I love it. You guys have about a minute. Don't worry about it. Doom scrolling on Instagram, watching low quality series. Netflix. Making myself too beautiful. I eat so much and try to always be around people around the phone. Powerful. I do nothing. I procrastinate. Everything. My line of work is rather technical. I'm lacking creativity and, quote, regulated. I'm lacking creativity, and most likely that's why I started dancing, able to create something unique. Eating fatty food, processed food, Cheetos. Wasting my time on social media and watching unhealthy and eating unhealthy stuff. So we're either running away from pain or running towards pleasure. Escapism is the definition of running towards pleasure. I don't have X, so I'm doing Y to fill up that void. Now, I'm obviously not promoting anger over here. I'm obviously a lighthearted guy. However, energy is very, very, very powerful. And it comes to a point where you have to, quote, hate your circumstances or hate that small part that you want to change in order for you to change. I have a mentor of mine, a business mentor, who is a complete psychopath. So this is not advice. However, he has a tool that is very powerful that we've been using. It's called the list of hate. You have to hate some parts that you want to get rid of. Because if not, just take on. Let me come up with some examples here. I believe that in order for you to get to where you want to get, you have to be brutally honest about yourself, brutally honest with yourself. And you have this thing that you dislike, but you don't dislike it enough in order for you to change it, because then you would have changed it. You don't dislike that part enough, because then you would have changed it. And guys, I want to really, really, really make this clear right now. This is you. All of this is you. Everything inside of this box is you as an entire existence. I love every part that is inside of me. My bad sides, my positive sides, all of it. However, there's this one point right here. That part right here. That I can choose when I need to, when I need to, I can choose to focus on that part. And that part I can get furious about when I need that energy. When I'm tired of myself, I'm tired of my own bullshit, I'm tired of me procrastinating. It gotta come to a point where you are tired of being tired. You are so fed up with your own bullshit that you take yourself in the, what is this called? The collar, as we say in Swedish. You stop denying the current reality. It does not mean that we are out here promoting anger or that we're out here saying that you are not good enough. Because remember that all of this is it. You are good enough. And this is exactly the reason why you should demand more of yourself. Exactly that reason is why you should demand more of yourself. You are the one that told me that you wanted to become this professional dancer. You are the one that told me that you wanted to stand on these big stages. You are the one that told, no, forget what you told to me. You said that you wanted to be on these stages. You said that. You said that you wanted to feel this about yourself. But then act accordingly. Your actions must match your ambitions. One of my all-time favorite quotes. I don't know who said it. I think it was me. However, I might have stolen it. And if I stole it, that person will never get any credit for that because it's mine. Don't expect you to just things to just happen. Your actions must match your ambitions. Somebody say something. Somebody say something. Debbie, Sarah, Roshni, somebody, Erlinda, talk. Say something.
I just had so it was like the first week of school, and I usually do this spiel about students who say like, I just want to C. I don't want an A or B. I just want to C. I just want to pass the class. And I say, why? Because that's the minimum for passing. That's not going to get you what you want. And everybody's here at school to, to achieve some goal. You want, there's a job that you want, there's a career you want to get. Or you're just going right now for a certificate or a degree. I mean, is just getting a C going to get you that? And are you going to be competitive with someone else who wants that same thing, like our job? So, I thought, just why not a B? Just do a little bit more and get a B, because a C is not, the minimum is not going to get you what you want.
Why not have a perfect day? Why not have a perfect day? Why not? Why not have an awesome workout? Talk to us, Debbie. I know you want to say something. I saw something.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about the list of hates. So
Love it.
there is a lot of people who are actually, for example, let's say changing the job. It's usually the choice when you are on the edge and you need to just change something. I'm just wondering, is it really that, or when you are tired of being tired, it's actually too late? I mean, that we should probably aim for the moment when you actually realizing that you are in this tiring mode,
Yeah.
and probably so yeah. I'm
When
just
it comes to
wondering.
changing your job, I absolutely agree with you. Like, don't go all the way until you start to hate your job. That's unnecessary.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you're starting to spiral down, it's like, oh, like I'm here, I recognize this. You should definitely just try to make that move before. What I'm referring to is that, but I know everyone in this call. I know everyone. I know your goals. You all have very audacious goals. All of us do. So how do we get that? How do we get that thing? Like, how do we get that extra energy? And the list of hate can be super powerful. It does not take away the fact that we still need to have like gratitude, that we need to be grateful for what we have, for the journey that we've been. We need to love ourselves. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that those things do not exist. I'm saying that if you really want to tap into that one extra, like, that boost of energy, because hate is only negative if it affects you negatively. If you can get that hate to run in the right direction, I mean, Debbie, go. Roshni, you're up after.
I was just writing down what you said. It's a great quote. And I mean, as you said, we all have ambitions here. But those are just things in our head until we take those actions. And often it's as simple as scheduling. Even if you don't want to do it, you just need to get it done because it's part of the process that we're all going through.
And that is so well said. And for some of us, it's really just like, I want to feel better. Like, I remember having 6 panic attacks per day. And I remember having a panic attack and I'm like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I'm so tired of feeling like this. I hate my existence. I have to change it by any means necessary. And then I started to get these shakes and it's like, no, fuck no, I'm done. No, I go on a walk. Enough. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, this is not my life anymore. Forget it. Roshni, go.
Well, I just came back from South America, my motherland, Suriname, and I went into the jungle, just swimming in the river and being with the trees and stuff, and just made me think a lot. And I was like, when I get back to Holland, I have to change some stuff. And after I came back, it was like I really needed this time being in nature and just be with myself and stuff like that. And when I came back, I changed some stuff. So I just wrote, eating unhealthy stuff. But since I came back, I was cooking for myself. I did it together with my son. It was like a special time, and I'm till this day I'm doing it every day and just moving a lot and having this conversation with my mom. And I realized my fears are making me not doing stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing it. And even though I am scared maybe, but I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And I'm really tired of myself. So I like this.
That's it. And again, I say, Esther, the list of hate does not mean that you exist in a world of negativity. It's not a list of negativity. It's not what I'm saying, right? So we really want to differentiate those two. Esther, go.
Something I noticed from the whiteboard when you were drawing the things that we used to escape, you made it very small. Like, you made it a circle in the corner. And it just made me think of how we actually think the things we used to escape are bigger than they are, but they're actually very small. It's just one thing that we do over and over. And we have parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't even explored yet because we stay in that corner within that circle. And it's funny, like I actually listed down all the things I didn't like about myself. Like, over the years, I've been reaching different parts of growth, And most times when I get the urge, like, okay, I need to change something, I list the parts of myself that I don't like. But I think what I was doing wrong was that I equated those things. I thought those things meant me as a person because those things are just they're habits. They're things that I do, but they are not me. So sometimes when I would say I hate this, I hate the way I do it. So now I say, okay, I hate when I do this instead of saying, oh, I hate this, like or like as if it's kind of like saying I hate me. And for years, it made it harder for me to do something because it was like I don't want to hate myself, but it felt like if I was saying I hated those things I was doing, it meant I hated me as well. So now I say, okay, I hate when I don't do this. And it kind of makes it easier because I'm able to separate that, okay, it's a habit and yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. So it's gonna take a shitload of work to to stop doing those things. But it's not like I have this whole other parts of me that I've not even explored yet because I've been staying in that tiny corner. And yeah, like I have so much to explore about myself that I don't know about myself yet. There are things that I found out about myself that like they really lifted my mood. I found out early last year that okay, like I had actually grown my self-respect to a point that I could walk away from something that was, bad for me. Like when you mentioned the story of your friend, I just thought about it and I was like, last year I made the decision not to talk to someone who had, emotionally abused me for a while. And the thing is, there are people I know that also know this guy, but they don't know him as that person. They don't know him as the person who is an abuser. So of course they're like, oh, why did you block him? Why are you not talking to him? I wish you guys would reconcile or something like that. And last year it was hard for me to actually keep that decision and say, okay, I'm not talking to this person, even after a lot of time had passed. Even till now, people are still telling me, oh, but you should forgive him. And I'm like, I've forgiven him, but with the level of damage that that person did to me, I do not want this person in my life. So, when you mentioned it again, I was like, okay, like people actually make it hard to stick to those decisions because they're like, oh, but forgive, but you have to be nice, you have to be whatever it is. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like I took the damage, so I'm the one who knows, whether I want to take that damage, and I don't. So
like when people trying to downplay, give Esther a round of applause. Yeah, damn it, to get a standing ovation for that, Esther, for standing on business. What are we talking about? Like, guys, we're gonna wrap things up here very soon, I promise. Give it another 2-3 minutes. Forgive. Why would I forgive? Like, I know what that person went through. What are you talking about? I was that person. It's like when people trying to downplay your drama, your trauma. Like, I remember sharing with somebody asked me, it's like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, what's your biggest trauma? I'm like, yeah, well, like, I'm not sure what my biggest trauma is, but like, as young, like, I got chased by Nazis for a while. Like, it was a big thing. It's like, yeah, but did you also have this? Like, what are we doing? Are we comparing trauma right now? Like, the fuck? Like, we're like, no. But the worst thing that ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you. This is relative. Like, for some, it might mean that your parents divorced. I mean, that was trauma for some. That's trauma for some. I was raised without having two parents. Like, I have my mom in one house and my father in one house, as far as I could remember, and it was fucking awesome. Like, I loved it. I didn't think it was hard at all. So no, that was not like, you know what I mean? But the hardest thing that ever happened to you is the hardest thing that ever happened to you. And that's that. Like, you get us. So good on you, Esther. Don't let people downplay. No, but time has passed. No, what are you talking about? Familia, it's been a wonderful first webinar of the year. Give ourselves a round of applause. Give all of us a round of applause. Guys, we're standing on business. It's 2025. We're not here to mess around. We're raising the standards. Be serious about what you want. If you want to accomplish the impossible, because I promise you, accomplishing the impossible is possible. Accomplishing the impossible for some might mean that you're becoming a professional dancer, even if you are in a wheelchair. Accomplishing the impossible for some, like we talked about before, is when you're becoming a professional fighter in one of the best leagues in the world, when you are born with one arm and you are not competing against people that are also disabled. Accomplishing the impossible might mean that you become an international model when you are having a skin disease. And I promise you that I can almost guarantee that that woman have been bullied and teased for her looks until as far back as she can remember, but she has accomplished the impossible, and so can you. And accomplishing the impossible for you might just mean that you want to finally go to bed without having negative self-talks. It might mean for you that you just want to enjoy one dance. It might mean for you that you just want to look in the mirror and feel nothing. That might mean accomplishing the possible for you. No goal is too small. No win is too little to celebrate, because we have to acknowledge every win that we do. It does not mean that we're going to go out and pop champagne every time. That there is a time for that also. But you either run towards pain, you either run from pain and towards pleasure. But hey, I you know what I mean, I know some people out there, you know, I mean, I've been in the trenches. I know some people that run towards pain also, if you know what I mean. Those people exist. Those people exist. Familia, I love you. Thank you so much for having this, for joining us. This, trying to keep them within an hour, because you know me, I can talk forever. Truly super grateful for being able to kick the year off together with you guys. I'm living my dream, so I want to express how grateful I am for being able to share these moments together with you. I say it every time, and I'm going to keep saying it every time. I could not do this without you, and I truly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. If you're new to the webinar, this is what we're going to do. After each webinar, we unmute everybody, and I'm going to say bye dancers, and you're going to say for dancers. It's the slogan of our company. Don't worry about it if you're not a dancer. Just please tag along. Are we all unmuted? Come on, guys. I see a lot of...
Huh?
Going once. Here we go. Bam! I'm lying. I'm sorry. It was cinematic. It didn't focus. Here we go. Bam! What's up, familia? Guys, thank you so much for joining. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We're doing this webinar for the longest time, and I'm extremely grateful for all of this. Thank you so much for being part of it. And remember, as always, bye dancers.
For dancers.
What's up? Ciao, guys. Thank you so much. Peace. Talk to you soon.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao. Familia, talk to you in the application.